What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing all right. I wanted to quickly hop on here to record this little intro to explain off the little audio issue that we had while recording this episode. And I hate to spoil the surprise, but it explains what happened. And that is, this is the first time Alex and I actually got to record in the same place, the very first episode, literally. I know that's hard to imagine. But in doing so, we couldn't really figure out the mic situation. You're going to hear every once in a while a little bit of cross, but I did my best to edit it out and line it up together. Overall, I think it actually worked out pretty well. I apologize. Next time we're going to come back, we'll have that fixed. So either way, still a great episode. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're enjoying your 2023 and you're all really, really good. So thank you and thanks for watching.
Pizza time. Pizza time. Pizza time.
Pizza time.
Pizza time.
Guys, what's happening? What is happening here?
We're here.
If you are watching this, or for those who are even listening, do things sound different?
Oh yeah, do we sound different?
Do we sound like actual quality this time?
Hey, wait a minute. Are you saying we don't sound like quality?
We typically do. But I'd like to think that
I've
today...
been told we sound better. We sound good. Go ahead.
Oh, that's good. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I've
good.
been
Well,
told
hopefully
by a few
this time we sound better, but we're also feeling better because this is the first time we are in studio together. We are
Yes.
right next to each other. We are pee in a pod. Isn't this great? Look at this. For those...
That was awkward as
Yeah, that was-
fuck.
but it works with us. It works with our brand. But
Yes.
guys, we are in studio together for the first time since we launched this podcast.
Yeah. A year ago.
Roughly about a year ago, basically.
I think like a year ago was our first episode.
Yeah,
where
I
we
think
were
more or less.
Ed cried in Spider-Man No Way Home. The first
Yes.
of many cries in 2022
Very
for
true.
Ed.
Very true. And but I mean, we had recorded a little bit earlier than that, but we officially
Yeah, we officially launched in January. We had done like 5 episodes.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to see if like we could actually talk for an hour.
Exactly.
Turns
which
out we can talk for way more than
way
an hour.
more than that.
You're about to find out.
Exactly. And we are, this is a great start. And he just surprised me with this. He was like, I'm coming up. I'm going to be doing some other like work shit. You
Yes.
want to like just
Yes.
kind of shoot
Well,
in your place?
So it wasn't that. Ed,
Yes.
I would have given a much more warning if I knew I was actually coming up. But I was told last night that some work friends would be up here, and I was hired during the pandemic, so I've never actually met the people who hired me. So I was like, you know what? I should probably be a decent human being and drive an hour and a half up and meet them for dinner or whatever.
To be fair, that's really hard to find now.
A decent
Someone
human
who
being?
gives a
Whoa,
shit to
it's-
want to see other people and driving 2 hours
Look,
up.
these
So
people,
good for you.
they did good by me by giving me a job. So I said, you know what?
Good for you.
Let me go and say hello to them. They've been very nice to me. So I said, yes, I will meet you guys at the shoot or after for dinner and to say hello. And then I'll drive back home. But first, I'm going to come do a podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The Pizza Time podcast,
Pizza
baby.
time.
This is like surreal almost a little bit.
This is crazy.
Yeah, and then for those, sound out in the comments if you think that this the setup looks epic, because I think it does.
I think
like,
that too.
like legit.
I think it's so epic, I might have to do this once a month.
Oh,
Maybe.
hey, he said it.
I said it.
Yeah,
I will try.
I'm reaching my hand out to him. He's shaking it. I like it. Let's make it happen. All right, guys. Well, happy 2023. And I'm hoping that this episode will help us transition between the years. But first, well, one is that we're going to talk about mostly our favorites of 2022.
Yeah.
And also some of the disappointments or overrated, underrated.
Overrated, underrated, I think
Okay.
is how we could do it. Because I think if we went into like worsts, we would probably have quite a lot, you know?
Exactly. What's funny is
I
that
think
if we
we'd
did
have a lot,
worst,
yeah.
I would have a lot. We would spend
Yeah.
a lot more time.
So like we could just keep
Yeah.
it at disappointed and like, you know, we don't need to talk about Thor Love and Thunder again. We don't need to talk about She-Hulk.
Correct. See,
Yeah.
it's sifting through that stuff we've
Yeah.
spent so much time hating.
Yeah,
It's just like, we're done. We're
yeah,
cool.
2022 was a rough year for some Marvel.
Marvel in
for
particular,
Marvel
yes,
had
obviously, yes. I agree with that.
really rough.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll be doing
Yeah.
mainly. Hopefully we'll get also into thinking about 2023, seeing what was coming up and what we feel about it and things that we're excited for and just general thoughts 2023. And then I guess we'll start off with some news as
Yeah,
always.
let's do that like really quick.
Okay.
Let's talk to our old friends at DC again.
And I apologize if like for the past
year.
4 episodes, maybe it's been a year, that I've been sighing every time we have to talk about news because it feels like we're just talking a lot of DC. It's always
does.
kind of like annoying, but it's important. It is important, right?
Yeah, I guess it's important.
Okay,
yeah.
so which one do you,
I think
which one do you want to start with?
Let's start with the main one. That's
Ezra Miller?
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, of course.
Reportedly, DC execs are happy to have Ezra Miller stick on as a Flash after the movie in 2023. After this year. Jesus. Okay. Look, maybe fans in the comments, you can sound off below, but wouldn't it be weird if they kept Ezra Miller, Ed, but they got rid of Henry Cavill? Like, you're telling me that
shit.
we need another young Superman movie, which we've had like 18 of those at this point. But we're going to keep the guy who's had just legal trouble after legal trouble. Seems weird.
No, the whole thing was weird. Yeah. When I first saw that headline, I was like, first, to be clear, they haven't officially said that they would.
Right.
WB execs just say, well, we're open to it.
Yeah.
But even then, yes, such a statement blew my mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
For me, part of me thinks it's more of a marketing ploy, a little bit.
For the Flash.
Or the Flash.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
100%.
You know, like
100%.
Again, like, we mentioned last year that it's how do you keep any interest in these movies coming out when you know that this is the end for him? So maybe this is how, like, oh, we're interested in keeping him, so you got to go see it. Maybe that's how. Maybe.
Maybe. Either way, I think that they may be going with the route of all press is good press. What the hell's the saying?
All press is
good as press, right? Yeah. And, you know, in the day and the age that we're living at, you would think a company saying, yeah, we're open to someone who allegedly committed a bunch of all these like really, you know, not so great crimes, things, people would like immediately boycott it.
I would think so.
Hasn't happened yet. Well, obviously it hasn't been official, but it's an interesting move. But I don't think it's a great move in all honesty.
Yeah. It's
right. Well, what do you think? Do you think it's a good move?
I don't
outside of like the movie itself. It's fucking weird.
If you keep them on after the movie, it's super weird. Again, I think you're in the. I said this last year, and I'll say it again. You're in this like really weird era right now, where if you're gonna reboot everything, then all of these movies should be the end, leading to the end, and they all don't mean anything. But you can't play footsie with it, is what I kept saying.
No, right?
Like you either have to go in full in, reboot all of it, or I figure out where this weird line is that, oh, it's still the same actor, but he's not the same Barry Allen. That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make, and to be fair, nothing right now in the DCU makes sense because we still have yet to hear from Peter Safran or James Gunn's timeline. That being said, one of the bigger other pieces of news in DC this week was that they are ready to announce at least the first 3 years? 3 years?
3 years.
Okay, so we're going to be hearing from that soon, and that's pretty exciting.
I think this month.
Okay, yeah, the end of at least by the end of the month.
It said by January,
that's exciting. So let's see. But at the same time, I think what all this is saying is that WB really likes this goddamn movie. It must be epic, dude. Like it must be so. And see, that's what I'm saying. It's like holy shit, yeah. It's kind of making me hype now. Like what? But it must be so good.
That feeds back into the. No press is bad press.
Exactly.
I mean, that's not the right way.
No, all press is good press.
Yeah, no press is.
I'm sure there's another way to say that.
Yeah, but yeah. So the movie could be like this movie better be damn well endgame epic.
If they're fighting this hard, bro, this is like one of the worst things to happen to them in terms of dealing with something with one of their movies, and they're fighting for it harder than anything. Yeah. Like what else besides incredible could this movie be? Otherwise, it's just be the biggest, even more of a disappointment in their slew of disappointments.
It's been a lot of disappointments.
It's odd.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird. You know, I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
All right.
We'll see.
We'll see. Of course, we'll see.
That's, I think, the only bit of news I wanted to cover. You got anything else?
No, besides that, it's like, you know, again, more DC stuff. I'm just excited now to see what their first 3 years look like. I think we'll get a better idea of like what we are dealing with here. I'm
interested to hear if there will be a different Batman alongside Robert Pattinson's Batman. Because they have said that Pattinson's Batman isn't connected to this universe. So, like, what are we doing here? Like, is it going to be Bruce, or like, is it going to be Terry McGinnis?
Right.
Reportedly, the Michael Keaton Batman movie that was in the works that they canceled was a
Really?
Batman Beyond movie. That's been confirmed. It was Terry McGinnis.
That would have been so good.
Yeah, Michael Keaton, old man. Terry
good,
McGinnis.
dude.
That would have been sick.
I'd be so down for
Yeah.
that. It could still happen.
I hope it does,
Right?
but it feels to me they're going to go back.
Yeah.
James Gunn tweeted an image of like Kingdom Come storyline.
I don't know what
which
that is.
It's like a comic book storyline. I don't know the comic book storyline exactly.
Okay.
But it does have old school Bruce Wayne in it. So
Sick.
I don't know.
Down.
Again, if you have two Batmans, don't you think you have to differentiate them?
You are
So, like, if
obviously.
obviously the Batman's, he's pretty grounded in reality. Mostly, right?
Yeah. I would
So
think
now you got to, this Batman has to be more fanatical in a sense.
I actually think that
Maybe.
they will try
I
to.
don't
I think they'll keep those separate. I do think they'll continue with that.
So do you think there will
I
be
think
a
it's just
separate Batman?
yeah, I do. I do think there will be a new Batman. I think it will be a different actor.
Hmm.
There's plenty of them that could happen, and I don't know. It just seems like because it just be even more messy to have to explain that. You know what I mean?
I would agree.
When they're
with those
already trying to start from like somewhat of a zero, I guess you
things.
could
Yeah,
say.
exactly.
And I those two movies have been successful, Joker and the Batman, and I think they want to keep that as clean as possible.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's what I assume, but we'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for news.
That's it for DC news
yeah.
yet again.
Yet again. So there's a lot more news. Avatar looks like it's going to be profitable despite all odds. It is making insane money. It is, bro.
It's past. Go. You want to say it? It's past
No Way Home.
Maverick.
Yes. Oh yeah. It is
Past
officially
Maverick.
the highest grossing movie of 2022.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That wasn't what I was going to say. In
okay.
in Spider-Man No Way Home's third weekend, it
Yeah.
made 8.6 million
Right.
domestically.
Yes.
In Avatar's third weekend, it made 45.6 million.
Yeah. That's
Like-
nuts. That's nuts.
James Cameron.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
James Cameron.
I didn't think it would happen.
I've seen it twice.
Yeah. Oh, you did? You watched it a second time?
I watched it back in El Paso with my family.
Oh, nice. Okay. Didn't fall asleep. Okay.
Did not fall asleep.
Okay.
I
This might be the first time we had like a pretty-
somewhat disagreement.
Yes, a
Big.
disagreement on it.
No. We got a big one coming up, my friend.
Oh, we do?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at this list.
Whoa! What? Hold on.
So we got.
What could it be?
We got a big one coming up. So
All right. Okay.
with that
fucking
said, there's a
turning
little
red.
tease. No, I love Turning Red. Turning Red was great.
Kidding.
Let's jump into our best of our recap of 2022, if
Recap.
you will.
Let's do it.
So this is only going to be movies. We're not very big into shows. Some of the best shows I think were Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Better Call Saul was the best show of the
Better
year,
Call Saul.
right?
Yeah. If you still haven't watched Better Call Saul, I don't know
Definitely
what else to
get
tell you.
on it.
It's
Right,
so good.
Ed's turn to be on to this show called Alice in Borderland.
Yes, sir.
We'll get to that
Oh,
next
so
week
good.
if I can finish it up. Maybe not. But that's
do
a
it.
hot take on that one. That's very nice, very
Yeah.
good. But yeah, so
I also like House of the Dragon. I just want to say that as someone who wasn't
I-
a Game of Thrones fan, I really liked House of the Dragon a lot.
I haven't seen House of the Dragon. I could only make it through 2 episodes of Rings of Power. Not
I
because
could only make it through one, so there
it
you
was
go.
just so boring,
Dude, it's boring as shit.
right? It's
Dude,
not
the
just
fir-
me.
The
it's
first
very-
episode's boring as fuck.
right?
I almost didn't finish the episode because
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I care about anything that's happening right now.
In a world where you have House of the Dragon,
Yes.
and things can be ratcheted up to like that R rating. It seems like this is just like this dull thing that's just there. I mean, it's
so boring.
it's
bro.
pretty to look at,
Sure.
but
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, and I don't have a hot take about it. Like I don't care. I've read the it's pooping on Tolkien's legacy or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't-
know anything about that. I
Me
don't
too.
care about that. I just know that it's the first 2 episodes were immensely boring, and I wasn't able to make it through it.
I wouldn't disagree. I also have the same. I don't hold Lord of the Rings or Tolkien too close to my heart.
Yeah.
That being said, it was just boring as shit.
Too boring. Couldn't make it through it.
So yeah,
Yeah, and we got some. Oh, I got one overrated show before we go into movies.
overrated.
Overrated that just
Would that
literally
be?
left my brain like
What?
2 seconds ago. Shoot.
White Lotus.
I do think White Lotus is
Oh, it is.
a little.
I haven't watched it. I've been trying. That's on my list. It's overrated. Oh fuck. What else? What else?
Oh.
Jack Ryan. What else came out this year? I'm trying to guess it.
Not Jack Ryan. Oh, underrated show. Most underrated show of the year is Reacher.
Oh, okay.
If you
I've
haven't-
heard a lot of good things about that.
If you haven't watched
I
Reacher, you
haven't.
need to watch Reacher. It's so good. It's just quality. It's what nice, good TV used to be.
Okay.
I really liked it.
Okay.
Overrated show, I'm getting a little tired of. The Boys. It seems like we're in the third season of doing the same shit over and over again, and I'm a little over it.
Okay. I got over it after season 1.
Yeah, I'm
as people know.
I don't find it as amazing as other people do.
That's actually surprising because like I heard a lot of good things with who's in it, like Soulja Boy this year or something.
Yeah,
like
and like you're talking to like an OG Supernatural fanboy.
Yeah, what's his name?
Jensen Ackles.
Jensen Ackles.
I watched 15 fucking seasons of Supernatural. Love that show. Will rewatch anytime.
Jesus Christ. I probably should start it.
I don't care for. I don't know. I just don't care for that.
Okay.
The Boys. It's not sticking with me the way I really hoped it would.
I didn't. Well, that doesn't. It's not making me want to watch the next 2, which I said I was going to catch up on, but.
Like it's the same thing over and over.
Well, it's yeah.
The superheroes are shitty. The people who are trying to stop them are kind of equally shitty.
The storyline's like basically the same. Is that what you're saying?
it feels like it's the same thing.
Okay.
Let's all figure out how to stop Homelander, and we can't.
Right.
Because the options are worse. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a little over it, but hey, if you like it, you like it. But anyway, let's come to movies.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Let's do movies. Let's do movies.
So I think we should start with our top best. Let's start with the first one off the top of the list because it's going to be the same.
Which is
1, 2, 3. Top Gun Maverick.
Yep.
It is I've lost count how many times I've rewatched it.
Yeah.
I watched it in the holiday season with my mom.
Oh my god.
Loved it. I don't know what else to say about this movie.
Me either. I think we've said almost everything we could possibly say about this movie. It's just one of the greatest.
Yeah. I think I said this during our initial review. It's like the one thing we want Hollywood to learn from this movie is that it's not about reviving a 26-year-old franchise or whatever the number is. It's about taking the time to do it right, film it right, be particular about it, and you'll have a hit.
Yeah.
So I hope that's the lesson Hollywood takes away. But for me, that's number one by far.
And I 100%. Yeah. Again, the only thing now is that I hope it kind of wins Best Picture still.
I do too.
I really hope it does.
A chance.
I think it does have a great chance to win.
Well, I take that back just a tiny bit because there are those like
it made $1 billion and it shouldn't get any money. It shouldn't win anything.
You know,
your voice is too high.
I know. Sorry. I'm turning red.
You put a lot of effort into that one. I could tell.
Anyway, but like, you know, the Oscars, they don't seem to like give these movies, which is stupid because like, remember when we were growing up, Lord of the Rings was like the highest grossing movie of the year. And then owned at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Like 11 nominations, 11 wins.
Yeah. 100%.
So like,
but it also had that
allure, that extra level.
Like it didn't feel like pure nerdom or popcorn movie. It actually did have a feel of they took it seriously. It's a fantasy.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
like,
they took this seriously. So
it wasn't a superhero movie, even though it was definitely fictional. You know, it had that guise to it still.
Right.
Like it's definitely like Top Gun Maverick feels like a more definitely like a popcorn movie. But man, if there's any year, if there was one year that a blockbuster should win, it's this one. And if it doesn't win this year, I'm scared it just never will happen again. And so that's what I'm pulling for. That it definitely should win. I still think it should.
Yeah,
but we'll see. I hope it does.
I think that I agree with you. I just think that maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's probably going to go to Everything Everywhere as best movie, which again is a very fine choice. I don't think it should win best movie. I do think.
I don't think so either.
Because I think you should factor in the climate of 2022.
Yeah.
People are still nervous about movie going, and you know this movie got people back to the theaters.
Yeah, 100%. It just did.
Yeah.
And it's just good. I don't know what else to say.
I agree. It's really.
I hope it wins. That's all I can say. At this point, that's all. Like, it would be such a great bow or wrap up to that entire production of a movie.
It would be, yeah.
It would be amazing, and so I just hope it wins. But we'll see.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, which one? These three? Oh, not these three, obviously. But like mine. You want to go with mine next one?
Yeah.
You already mentioned it.
Yeah. These aren't in any order.
No,
Top Gun Maverick's number one, I think.
I think that's an obvious one.
Yeah.
But everything from here,
Nothing.
But these are still what we consider the best. The obvious one is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
We just said it. It's a great movie.
It's just a fantastic movie.
It's a phenomenal movie.
Again, it's just, is it a little much at times?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's still great.
It's still great.
Yeah.
I think it still accomplished a lot of laughs, tears, and it took it. It was a great. It was definitely something that is not usual to see on screen at that caliber.
Right.
It's incredible. The Daniels as directors are their future is going to be immensely bright now.
Oh yeah.
It's a wonderful film.
The best multiverse movie of the year. Which again,
that.
we wouldn't have said going into 2022.
I mean, arguably, it's definitely the top multiverse movie of all time at this moment. Not that there's a lot. I don't think.
I would still say Into the Spider-Verse is the best.
Oh, fuck. You're right. Okay. Sorry.
In terms of nerdom for me.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
But
Into the Spider-Verse is better.
But this is still fantastic story.
It's still fantastic.
What a story.
And it could take Best Picture. I wouldn't be surprised. I still want Top Gun Maverick to take it, but there was a great movie. That's another one. Okay,
that's another one. I'll go one.
Okay.
The Way of Water. For me, I really love the film. Ed has his issues with it a little bit.
I do.
In the middle where he gets a little bored, but visually, technology-wise, things he did with it were like amazing. And I actually liked the story. And for me, the way my defense of it is, this is the only way to reintroduce the Pandora is to basically retell the same story. And it's been 13 years.
Yeah,
13 years from the first one. This was the only way to do it. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed every minute of it. I guess it can be it's a little long. Yes, that's 100% true. But you know what? In that little break right there where he's having his fun with the whale, go take a piss. Get back for the action. Jake Sully's back. He's cool. We're going to get Fire Navi in the next one.
That sounds epic.
Yeah. Ash, some sort of like Ash people.
That sounds freaking awesome.
Yeah. He literally said yesterday, he said, it's official. It's profitable.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to have to do my...
They made 3 and 4. Like, no one's... Yeah, of course.
He literally said, I guess I can't wiggle out of doing the other ones.
Wait, hold on, though. So he's mentioned that the Fire Navi are part of 3 and 4? Like,
he's mentioned that the Fire Navi are part of 3 and that they are good.
They are 3. They are part of 3. Okay.
And now it will be villains.
And I don't want to go too far into this, but water, fire, Avatar.
Oh, yeah, he definitely stole it.
Just saying.
He stole it.
Yeah, okay. Just want to say that. No
one cares.
I also have it in my top list.
I'm surprised you have it in your top.
No, but because I can't. I mean, it's still incredible. It's still incredible. Visually, it's incredible. It's literally the best things I've ever seen on screen. Yeah. It's impressive. Yeah, I think the worst part of the movie is the story. That being said, it's not like it's not the but it's not the worst story, right? Like it's not the worst told story that I've seen this year, and so. It's fine. Like I'll continue to probably watch it and pop it in. I think Avatar 1's still better overall, but it's still an incredible film. I can't fault it for that. And when you go to the movies and you watch that, you just can't go, this sucs.
Yeah.
You just can't say that.
You can't like leave it going.
No, you just can't.
Trash.
It's impossible. Having fallen asleep at the second time, I still try to think about like, what does it make? Like, did I hate it though? And I'm like, no, I don't. Like a lot of it, I really, really like. And that final act is pretty sweet, man.
Yeah, man, that act
it's awesome. Yeah. It's really good.
When the action ratchets up, it really does ratchet up.
Lots of the thing is that it has a lot of highs. Just one low, like one pretty deep low for me. And so overall, for me,
as deep as the ocean.
As deep as the ocean. Thank you. That's really good.
Yeah, it worked out.
That worked out. So anyway, Avatar is an obvious one. And so I still have it in my top of the year.
That's one of mine. So like, what else you got for top of the year?
Okay, so I want to throw in one that hasn't been mentioned in a long time, but I remember loving this movie, and I think it still is like one of the best movies I saw this year, and that is the animated movie Turning Red by Disney. I don't know how you feel about that. Right? Pixar.
Yeah.
But I really loved it to this day. I'm like, when I looked back at the things I saw, I was like, this was one of the movies that I loved when I first saw it. I think I mentioned that it was probably the best Pixar Disney movie to come out since Inside Out, which is I think is a big deal.
Yeah.
The story is just incredible. The animation was it felt so fresh. It combined a lot of different techniques, much like Into the Spider-Verse. And I thought the story was just super sweet, and it handled what could have been an easy sort of race Chinese message out there, like heavy-handed shit. I thought it handled it really well. It didn't put too much attention to that.
Yeah.
And I give it a lot of
it was
props
clearly
for that.
done by somebody that was raised in that culture and knew
Yes.
what she was doing.
But didn't forget about what was most important, which was the story.
Right, yeah.
About just telling a great story.
Yeah, and the story was
Phenomenal
great.
director.
It was a great movie. I loved that. It was
So fun.
It was definitely very fun. I didn't love it as much as he did, but I did love it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that one. I'm gonna go with another best of.
Yeah.
RRR.
Yeah.
We gotta.
Oh, I forgot that on the list.
Yeah, you don't have it on your list.
Oh my God, how I
Yeah.
knew I was forgetting something. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, go.
RRR was one of my favorite movies I think I've ever watched. It's
Ever watch? Wow.
yeah, I really
honestly,
enjoyed it.
I honestly don't. I wouldn't. Yeah.
It
Go.
just took me by like such a surprise. I didn't really know what to expect going into this movie. And I've had a lot ever since our review came out. Which, by the way, thank you for all the views on the review.
Oh yeah. Hey, but if you haven't seen it yet on our YouTube, it's by far the most viewed video we've had at almost 10,000 now.
Almost like 9.8.
Incredible.
Yeah,
and if you are watching this, thank you so much.
Yeah,
We will
thank
continue
you.
with your
jump
suggestions.
in. We will jump in.
We're gonna go
more.
full on.
Yeah.
I'm excited
There's
because
gonna be a
there's
whole-
so much, man.
Tollywood
I'm totally for
segments
it.
coming forward.
Oh, and
this
thank you for
suggestions. Or
also correcting us on a lot of those things that we
Sorry.
didn't know. Sorry about
we're
that.
not educated like that.
We will now, though.
Yeah, now we
thanks
will
to
know.
you, we are. So thank you.
But yeah, like I've had a lot of people
so
tell me,
good,
"Oh, you
man.
really have to suspend your belief to kind of get into it." And I was like, "And a flying dude through the air, you don't have to suspend your belief, or even when Batman jumps off the building in the Batman and lands, you don't have to suspend your belief for that. You think someone's gonna get up and walk away from that?
God, that was one of the
Come
coolest
on,
things.
let's be real. Like,
Right.
You think Tom Cruise is living through Top Gun Maverick? There's no way. That Mach 10 thing would have destroyed his body.
Yeah,
So, like, come on. If you can suspend your belief for that, you can definitely suspend your belief for this.
totally.
It was one of the best films I've ever seen. Took me by such surprise, and I just enjoyed it. And it's like opened my eyes to a whole brand new world of cinema that I'm so excited to get into. So yeah, RRR for me was great.
I agree with you. I would. I hate that. The reason why I don't have it on here is because my phone literally broke this morning, and I had my original list on there. I totally forgot. I have to put this up right.
His phone.
I dropped my
It
phone.
didn't just break.
I broke my
He
phone.
broke his
I broke
phone.
my own phone. I'm sorry. And I need
clear.
Yes. Own it up, Ed. But I would actually put RR probably as my second favorite movie of the year.
Wow.
Yeah, I put it at number 2. Honestly, I would.
Behind Top Gun.
Behind Top Gun, because
Yeah.
everything you said, it's just an incredible film.
Yeah.
Filmmaking is top notch.
Yeah.
And to be able to expertly take all these elements that shouldn't have worked together that you just
No.
don't see anywhere. I don't think anybody would dare to even try it. And it worked this well at this level is just
Amazing.
a feat onto itself. I think the director, I can't wait to see what everything else that he does, and it's an incredible experience. So
Yeah.
RR, if you haven't seen it yet,
on Netflix.
please
Go
watch
watch
it. Please.
Open your eyes to a whole new world.
Do you think it could get nominated for like a Parasite at the Oscars?
I think it could.
I hope it does. But you already have
that's its
everything
only
everywhere.
chance.
I
That's
know.
its only chance because it took itself. For some reason, India did not submit it as its film for the Oscars, so they just submitted another film. I'm not sure.
Disappointing you, India.
So they have their own Oscar campaign now. I guess we'll find out. But I mean, even if it doesn't, Oscars mean nothing.
Good point.
Whatever.
Beautifully
So,
said.
What else you got? I think the rest. Let's go with something I don't have.
Okay, I'll go with this one. This
Yeah.
one? Okay. This is something that so I put this on I typically at the end of the year, because at Rotten Tomatoes, I typically watch a lot of like the big blockbuster stuff. That's what's important.
Right.
That being said, I still do love my Oscar indie roundup, and I usually have to get to it by the end of the year. This one came in a little late for me, but when I watched it, I was like, oh my God, this is easily one of the best movies this year. And that is Martin McDonagh's Banshees of Inisherin, which is I by even saying that, most of our audience, I'm pretty sure, doesn't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it's a black comedy, dark comedy starring Colin Firth and oh shit, why am I forgetting his name? The older man. I'm forgetting his name. I'm so sorry, but he's so great. Carrie Condon's also in it. Barry Keoghan. Barry Keoghan's in it.
Yeah.
He's so good. If you can find that name really quick for me, sorry. But Banshees of Inisherin, it's this Irish movie. It's a dark comedy.
Brendan Gleeson.
Brendan Gleeson, thank you. Who this is the first movie that him, Colin Firth, and Colin Farrell. Sorry, Colin Firth. Colin Farrell. Martin Madonna have done since In Bruges. If you have seen In Bruges, phenomenal movie. This might be, in my opinion,
better, funnier.
Maybe not his. I think In Bruges is probably his best movie. McDonough's. I think this is his second best movie. It's probably his best movie since In Bruges.
Okay.
And I love Three Billboards. He did Three Billboards last. I love that movie. I think this is better.
That's a great movie.
I'll give you a short synopsis, which is this is what's so beautiful about this movie. It's simple. It's about two men who have a falling out in their friendship. That's it. That's literally what the movie's about, and it's beautiful the way the situation blossoms from that moment, from the beginning of the movie to the end. And it's such a it's just a wonderful film. Super darkly funny.
Interesting.
One of the best time. One of the funniest, and also tear inducing. It's very emotional.
Yeah.
So it's one of the best movies of the year. I think it's going to be nominated for Best Picture and some performances. Colin Farrell's had a year, man.
Yeah.
Penguin with the Batman. He also had After Yang, which is an A24 movie. Apparently it was really good. He's really good in it.
Didn't see that.
Colin Farrell's so good in this role. I think it's probably one of his best. And it's not a role that I think that you typically see him in. And I think you'd enjoy it. You should watch it. I think you really like it.
Yeah, it's on HBO Max now, so
Yeah.
I will.
I hope it never happens to us. What happens to these two never happens to us. I pray, but it would be the funniest shit at the same time.
Okay,
that's what I'll tell you.
Okay, well,
So
I
go
guess we'll
watch
find
it.
out. Yeah, all right. That
Banshees
sounds
of
great.
Inisherin. Check it out.
One of his best. I've actually given all my best out awards.
That's all your best. That's all your best. Wow.
Yeah, I have some underrated ones that I would put in my best, but
But these were like to you the best
the top
of the best.
four. Yeah, top four.
Wait,
I mean,
that means
I know.
okay. I only have two. I have three. I have three
What are your
more than
three?
you. I have three more than you.
So,
But we can talk about it
Yeah. Okay, let's start there.
really quick. Yeah, because I wasn't sure if I was going to put this on, but to be honest, when I thought about it, I'm like, but I couldn't stop thinking about the film when I first saw it. I watched it twice. I still loved it the second time. Has problems for sure. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be probably the most divisive thing that I put on here because I know a lot of
in
people
your best of
didn't love it.
Yeah.
A lot of people did love it. Some people didn't love it.
Yeah.
There's a whole range of people how they felt about this movie. But I think I put myself in the upper echelon of people who really liked it. I thought it did something completely different for me that I wasn't expecting. It was funny. It was emotional. Had some great action. I think it's better than Black Panther 1. And again, great filmmaking. Cinematography was on point. The performances. Angela Bassett is going to be up for an Oscar. And if she's not, I swear to fucking God.
She'll definitely be up.
She'll be up.
Absolutely.
It gave it had some problems, third act. But overall, after that, it's like gave us some of the best things from the MCU in a year in Phase 4 that I thought was really not so great.
It was a rough year.
This was a great way to really
Bookend.
tailor off, the bookend, the Phase 4, and it stuck with me, and so I really, really liked it. It is one of the best movies I think I saw this
I would
year.
agree with you. I think that it's definitely one of the better movies of the year. It's not. I wouldn't throw it in my top movies of the year.
Obviously.
But I had a lot of fun watching it. I do agree with you. I do think it was better than Wakanda Forever or than Black Panther. I guess really my only issue was that third act, and then like I watched
falls hard.
I watched it a second time, and some of the CGI is like Ironheart is like really glossy. It's not the greatest looking thing. Like again, like I know a lot of people have probably seen this like meme or a GIF. But a GIF of Iron Man from 2008,
Yes.
blowing up the tank when he first wears his official suit.
Yeah.
Versus when Ironheart first wears her official suit, it's kind of like, ooh,
Yeah.
that doesn't.
Well, but hold on, it's not. Are you saying it's the CGI or the design? Because design-wise, I think it's atrocious, to be honest with you.
I'm saying it's both.
I
Actually,
thought the CGI was good. I didn't think it was...
I think it's really
I
glossy.
believed it in
No,
the-
you gotta look it again.
You think it's a little more glossy?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking like Iron Man in Age of Ultron glossy? You remember that?
Yes.
Really? You think it was that bad?
I think it was
thought
that bad,
the,
yeah.
the Iron Man Age of Ultron, horrendous.
They dialed it back, which is
they forgot
crazy.
a pass.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. I think it's better than that though. We'll have to look.
I don't think it's like, you know.
I don't think it's that bad. Damn.
I don't know.
Maybe it is. Maybe.
Yeah.
It is.
Maybe.
Okay.
I think it's bad.
Okay.
I think it's bad. But like, for me, it doesn't land in the top 5. I have a surprise one in the top 5 that I
What?
watched the other day that I would actually put there.
Oh, what?
It's a holiday movie. I would put Violent Night.
Oh, you watched Violent Night?
I watched Violent Night.
I haven't seen that movie.
I
With Harbor.
loved that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard everyone who watched it liked it a lot, but not loved it.
I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Really?
I like every little bit of it was like, it's what a Christmas movie should be. It's funny. It's super violent, but it's funny.
I hope so.
It's got like good little family tones. It's great. And like, there's that like, you know, it's a family that doesn't really like love each other all that much. And it's kind of funny to watch that.
Whoa.
And I really, really liked that movie. It was very funny.
I want to watch it.
It was a great time. And,
Okay.
definitely it's joined the holiday list.
Top 5
I'll throw it in the top 5.
of your 2022 or holiday?
Oh, I would both.
2022.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't overly
I will
like,
watch it now.
blown away with any other movies in my top 5.
I was not expecting you to say that.
Yeah.
By
Violent
any
Night.
means.
Yeah. That would be my
And
last one.
for those who don't know, it's the David Harbour.
David Harbour
movie.
and
He plays Santa.
He plays Santa. He's
Okay.
Santa Claus. I
All
watched
right.
it a few nights ago.
Okay. All right. I will check it out.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. I thought you would save that for at least an underrated maybe.
Yeah.
But damn, top 5. That's
So,
a big call.
Let's
I'm gonna have
talk about this one before
First.
talking about
Okay.
this one
All right.
because I
see it. Haven't seen that yet.
no, I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah, that's going
Oh
in.
shit! Oh! okay.
I've seen it.
I'm gonna-
It's
I'm
just
gonna-
not going in. The
I know
same
where this is
pile
going. I
as
know where this is
yours.
going. Oh my god. Okay, let's go. So the other movie I have on this is shit. It'll be interesting.
Oh.
Okay, The Batman. I have on my best of list. I know you didn't. You liked it.
I liked it.
I know
It
you
was
didn't like-
long. I
Yeah.
didn't love it.
You had some problems with it.
I
Obviously.
felt like there was I've said before on the official review, I didn't love the way Bruce Wayne was portrayed.
Okay.
And that's where my problem with the film happened.
Fair enough.
I didn't like the portrayal of him. If you like the portrayal of him and that Bruce Wayne's in comics, then hey, cool.
Yeah.
But like for me, I was just like,
It's not your Bruce Wayne, maybe.
It's not my.
It's not your Bruce Wayne.
I don't really love that. You know,
Okay.
kind of like James Bond.
Right.
Some people like the way Daniel Craig plays James Bond. Some people didn't.
Yeah.
But for me, I didn't like this.
Yeah.
This type.
It's not like you. I understand what you're talking about. Like you're not saying it's a bad movie.
No,
It's just
the
like
movie's
it just
great.
didn't maybe speak to you.
Yeah,
because
it just didn't
Bruce
like
wasn't your kind of guy.
Yeah, like
Cup
I
of
would.
tea.
If you gave me Batman movies to watch, I would pick Christian Bale's Batman.
I
movies
was-
100% of the time.
Of course. Like
Right. So
You'd
you
be
know.
psychotic to not.
Right.
Yeah.
But hey, it was a great movie. The Batmobile chase was great.
Oh.
All that stuff was really fun.
Yeah.
It was a little long. Like, hey,
Avatar's longer. I'll just say that.
You know
Avatar
what?
felt way longer for me. I'll
But-
say that.
Avatar all works. Like after, like when we
Doesn't
reach,
all work. But
yeah, but it's all paced fine.
Space fine.
You know, like,
Space fine. Well, I can't say that for the again the blue the whale and the dude. I
but
don't know.
it's still paced better than the Batman. The Batman, he gets the Riddler, he goes, and then there's like a whole other 30 minutes extra of just sprinting through action. It's like the exec said, we need more action in this movie. Go do it.
I agree, but I agree. Like the third act is again not great, but it's also not bad. It's definitely a
not
better third act than a Wakanda Forever third act, which
Yeah,
sucked.
absolutely.
And you're right, like Avatar picks up its third act really well. So
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. That being said, I really, really like this movie still. For a movie that I wasn't, when going into it, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it. I also was kind of averse to like younger Batman, emo Batman, 9 Inch Nails Batman. Like, what is this? You know what I mean? But I thought they did it.
Nails Batman.
It's
I
what it
like
is.
that.
But it stuck with what it was wanting to do, and I think it accomplished it.
It's still a good movie.
Okay.
All right, now let's move into
Oh my god, bro.
disappointments Oh no, what are we calling him?
Well, fine, that's fine. It's a perfect, I guess.
This is a perfect
I'm
transition.
hurting a little bit in my heart
glad.
right now.
I'm so glad it's here
Oh,
because
guys.
we're going into overrated, underrated now.
You want to introduce it? You want me to introduce it?
I'll start.
Okay.
My by far
Oh my
most
God.
overrated film of the year is Glass Onion. It is. Now give me 10 seconds here.
Okay.
I am not saying this movie is a bad movie. I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy parts of this movie, but I had heard nothing. This guy over here told me it's one of the best movies of 2022. I had another friend text me, you gotta watch Glass Onion. So I did. It was fine. But to say it's one of the best movies of the year, there's no way.
Oh, come
Dude,
on, man.
Maybe someone can if you're a big fan of whodunits, maybe you can explain it. Maybe this is how whodunits go. But there was way too many coincidences, way too many, oh, that's perfectly perfect to happen. Like when the fucking glass onion itself blows up and
Spoilers.
they all live, like what the fuck? That was a massive explosion. They all just come out of it. It's very like convenient that there is.
I think the way they, I agree. I don't disagree.
There's too many conveniences.
Just to talk to. True.
There's
a lot more than that, to be honest.
Yes,
I mean, it's
that's
not
my problem with the film.
just to explain that off. I think it's the ventilation, right? Like it wasn't meant to like destroy the entire place. It was that it sucked the ventilation because you see that long
Convenience.
and so it's all just like sort of above.
What a convenience.
Yeah, of course. So okay, but I did not think this was going to be your like the one that you
This
thought
is
was
the most
underrated.
overrated film of the year.
Wow.
Based on hype and everything I've read about the film. Now, again, performances are great.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig is great as Malt LeBlanc or whatever his name is. What is it?
Isn't that a drink? Mont LeBlanc? Is that not a drink?
And Matt LeBlanc's a person.
Where did you get? That's true. Yeah, Benoit Blanc.
Benoit Blanc. Oh, I'm so sorry. Matt LeBlanc.
He'd be great, actually.
Performances was great.
Okay.
Edward Norton as like that billionaire guy.
I love him as that.
Yeah, like
Miles Braun.
he's clearly, portraying like a Steve Jobs kind of type. It's clear. And it turns out like, look, that part of the movie was great. Like, a lot of the times I think we like hold these billionaires
Yeah,
at these tech companies as gods.
influencers in general.
And it turns out, they're not actually the smart ones. It's
Right.
the people behind the scenes that are the smart ones. So like the subverting the expectations, all that was fine.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. For me, it was just like everything that's happening seems so convenient. And then when we go back and we see that Andy, is it Andy?
And where Helen is the sister.
It's Helen.
Again, spoilers if you haven't watched Glass Onion.
Andy is there the whole time with Benoit Blanc.
Yes.
I was like, come on, this is all a little convenient.
I think it made plausible sense. I don't see why they couldn't have happened.
The identical twin.
I know, but that is a trope. That is a whodunit trope.
Is it?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
The whole like, oh yeah, she had a twin sister or whatever. He had a twin brother. Yeah, it's a thing. Like,
Yeah, but the whole movie could just go away if he says you're not allowed on my island.
correct. That's true. That's true.
But,
it
like, all worked perfectly for this. Everything that needed to go right went right.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some convenience.
But there was
But here's the thing. I don't think the movie takes itself that seriously.
no, it doesn't.
For you to be like, well, you should like look at every little piece.
No.
and, you know.
You're 100%
Yeah.
right. It's not that I'm not saying the movie's bad.
Yeah, like you said.
Don't scream at me. Okay, I'm not saying the movie's bad. I don't think it's bad. But in terms of, I think it's overrated.
So you think it's overrated? You think it's
in terms of
This
how
is in your
many
overrated pile.
how
Yeah.
many people that have told me this is the best movie of the year. I go in
Not
and
that
I'm
much
just
right
like,
here.
mm,
No.
everything always was much better.
Oh yeah. that's for
RRR
sure.
was way better. I'm sure Banshees is way better. Like
It's at the bottom of my list.
yeah. So for me, it lands in that overrated category because of how many people have just told me that.
How good
it was.
Oh no, fair enough.
And I was like-
Fair enough.
Like,
I get it.
I
get
feel
it.
like we're praising Ryan Johnson too much.
yeah.
Chill out.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
I
Plus, why is every character in the movie a fucking moron.
That's the point.
I know that's the point, but like, really, they're all this stupid.
It's an interesting point.
Dave Bautista's not going to realize when his pistol is taken from him if
right.
he's like supposed this gun guy.
He's an idiot. They're all idiots.
They are all idiots.
Yeah. So okay. So here's what's surprising. So we did an after show on Rotten Tomatoes. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. But Nikki, our host, you are the only two people that I know so far who, well, she despised it.
Oh, Nikki Novak knows where it's at.
You didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it.
But you also don't
I don't.
hold it.
It's not in high
level.
regard. I much preferred the first one.
Knives Out.
Yeah, the first.
I think Knives Out is better.
Because
that being said, I really like Glass Onion for what it does. So I'll just say that why I think it's one of the best movies is that it's I mean from beginning to end I just thought it was entertaining. For me it's entertainment. I think it saves itself when the theme is these are fucking morons.
Yeah.
And so it's just like the whole thing is you're supposed to make fun of them. They're supposed to be dumb. There's
like he says in the movie.
Yeah. They're shithead dumb idiots.
It's just dumb.
Yes, they're just dumb. They're meant to be. That's sort of the message is that like you could get away.
Yeah.
He has a whole speech at the end about why Miles Braun is just an idiot.
Right.
And it's like, okay, yeah, like, you know, and his friends are idiots and he controls them. So it's like, yeah, is this real? Like, no, this probably wouldn't happen exactly as it is. But for a movie that's just trying to be like an entertaining whodunit, I think the situation that Ryan writes is perfect. Like, it's perfect to make a fun movie that you can just sit down and enjoy, where yes, the big plot twist is a twin sister. I just thought it was all fun. I go like, oh, okay, that's good, that's fine. And I thought the direction was great. I love his direction. I think is there, a lot of people call like the writing smart. I mean, it's not, people throw that a lot around. I'm like, I mean, it wasn't like smart. It's not like I was so lost and he like taught me something. It's like, no, it was good writing though. For what it is, I think
I can agree with that.
And it's not the best movie of the year. No. Hell no.
But like I had so many people tell me it's the best movie.
No,
I just thought it was very, very overrated.
I wouldn't have told you that was the best movie. I just really liked it. I thought it was a very entertaining film. I was highly entertained from beginning to end, and I had, for what it was, I didn't have any like major complaints besides like, wow, like we have a whodunit series and someone who is tackling it with their own flavor, and I'm excited. I'm excited that we have one more coming, and probably more. We have Poker Face, I think, starring Natasha Lyonne on Peacock.
Is that part of the?
It's done by Ryan Johnson.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be like connected.
Benoit Block's there, yeah.
But it could be for all I know.
It could be good.
It could be good. We'll see. Yeah. But anyways, I thought it especially after The Last Jedi, Ryan is showing that he's still one of the better directors working today for, like, again, entertainment purposes, not exactly just, pure film, but he's doing it right. So.
My issues were, I think that it was too hyped for me, and I think that's where I'm like, okay.
I get it. No, I totally again, like especially when something's like, if someone's telling you it's the best movie of the year,
so many people.
Well, what the fuck, right?
Like it's the best movie, and I was like,
no, it's not.
It's that good.
It's
I'm not saying it's bad. I just think it's a little bit overrated.
I'm not surprised by that take. 100%. I am surprised if someone says they despise it. Like a friend of mine had. Wow, we had a conversation on that. But, anyways, that's Glass Onion. However you feel.
Maybe I'll watch it again and despise it.
Maybe watch it again. Maybe just be like let it take you with its stupidity, because that's what it is. Well, it is supposed to be stupid.
I did, and I understand it's supposed to be stupid, but at the same time, I made fun of Morbius, and I'm about to compare Glass Onion to Morbius for the liberties it takes in the script. Same thing here.
Does it? Do you think it takes that many liberties?
I think it does.
You think it's like without it, it's like so implausible?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I understand.
Knowing
people are
with the characters, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe
I think
a group of these people actually exists in this way in the real world.
Absolutely not.
So that's what I'm saying, is like it's playing within its rules. It's
100% playing within its rules, but even these people pretty much all knew it was Miles.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I knew it was Miles pretty quickly.
Everybody knew. That's one thing. Another thing that like you knew who it was pretty quickly.
But that's actually
it's
that's
not
one
hard
of
to figure
that's
out.
one of my one of my favorite things about this series, because Knives Out too. I knew pretty quick it was fucking Ransom. It wasn't a surprise when we knew either of these people were the murderers.
Right. It took me longer to figure out.
But I like that because I think that if Ryan was to make it all hinge on who did it, I just don't think anything would be as like satisfying ever, really. So the fact that he focuses on the ride more and like sort of how he tells the story, like in Knives Out with the whole switching of the bottles, rather than like, well, of course it was Ransom. I think that's what makes it a strength. Although I would love it if he like blew my mind. I'm like, oh my god, like I didn't know it was him. But I also think that like that's a huge risk to take, and so I think it's one of the more positive things I could say. Like,
right.
Yeah, I knew it was fucking Miles Braun the moment he stared at Andy and thought he saw a ghost.
Right.
I was like, bro, you did something in this bitch. Like, no, you don't look at someone like that without like, you did something.
Yeah,
so I'm like, you killed her.
Yeah.
Or did something to her. I was
Right.
like, you're fucking it. So whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But again, I didn't hate it.
Yeah, you didn't hate it.
It's a bit overrated.
It's on your overrated list.
Yeah, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I could say I despise it, because there is
it doesn't
really
seem like you
funny
despise
moments and like Daniel Craig is great.
He's so good. I'm
this
so
guy.
this is turning into like a small review now for a Glass Onion, but I'm so happy that he finally has something else than Bond.
Yeah,
because I was getting kind of worried.
Yeah.
Like, because I love him, but he wasn't doing anything that I think was of note, and this is really noteworthy. And I think I could keep watching him in this for 10 movies, whatever it is. He's so good.
Yeah,
it's fun to see he's having fun.
Yeah.
Anyways,
all right.
Well, that's your. Let's keep going with the overrated then.
Yeah, you go.
We jumped into this one. I think you can agree with me on maybe. And also overrated / disappointment. Yeah. Well, I guess it's not overrated though. No, it's not. That doesn't really work, is it? As an overrated. You know what? Because I know you saw it. So
Multiverse Madness.
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness. I think it was a big disappointment, if anything. Biggest disappointment of the year was Multiverse of Madness. And if you liked it, then it was definitely fucking overrated.
Yeah.
It is not good.
No,
we've talked about this already.
I've tried to give it 2 more tries, and it gets worse
2 more, huh?
every time.
Wow.
Like some of the acting from the kids is really bad. The fucking, I do not like America Chavez. I am not looking forward to the future of that character anymore. The actress seems okay, but I don't know. Every new character Marvel introduced to me this year lacks a certain charisma that I think is necessary to be a big hero in the MCU. Yeah. And that counts for America Chavez. I think what they did to Doctor Strange, you just dismantled him in order to tell a story for Wanda's sake. Yes. Like everything. I mean, we talk about I would say it's disappointed. Because from the second, you're telling me that Doctor Strange, the dude who fooled Thanos, the dude who went toe to toe with Thanos, is just going to walk up to Wanda and not know for a fact that they're using magic. Right.
Yeah. Talk about liberties there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Talk about liberties. So yeah, it was definitely one of the most disappointing things. The CGI was not great either. Marvel.
We know a little bit about why that happened.
2023, Marvel has 3 movies coming out. And I am so excited for after July when the Marvels comes out, because it's going to be a full year almost until Captain America New World Order. Yeah. And it's going to be the best break ever, because Marvel desperately needs to catch up on CGI. They desperately need to catch up on stories.
Yeah, they have a lot of things to catch up on and fix. Yeah. More importantly, so we'll see.
It's bad. Press the button. But yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of the disappointments of the year for me. And I'll go a step further. Everything Marvel was disappointing this year.
Everything?
Minus Moon Knight, maybe?
I love Moon Knight a lot. Oh, no, well, the specials. You like the specials a lot.
Oh, yeah. Werewolf by Night. But, see
what happens. Pretty much it, you're right.
See what happens when you have such,
I know,
poor stuff? You forget about the couple good things you did.
It's true.
It's like a kid bringing home a report card. Oh, look, I got 2 A's and 6 F's.
Or I got an A in some bullshit class.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got an A in home ec.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Be proud.
Yeah.
I
Woohoo.
failed English, but you know.
I'm not gonna graduate, Mom.
Yeah. But I got an A.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
there.
Anything Marvel, I
Yeah.
think would be go into the overrated list.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Here's another. Well, that was kind of part of my list. You want to give it an overrated?
Oh yeah, I'll give one.
Give one.
Barbarian.
Yes.
Barbarian.
Yes.
Is
I
it a-
forgot to put that on my fucking
it-
list. You're right.
Is it a fine horror movie? No.
No.
Like I wasn't scared once watching that movie.
It's so stupid. Talk about a stupid. That's a stupid movie, in my opinion. All right. You don't talk stupid ass movies.
It is a stupid. Like what the old man does to create the inbred creature, the mother, I think is her name. Yes, that is incredibly fucked up and messed up. But the rest of it's just stupid.
Yeah.
I was just like, first of all,
A twist.
I know horror movies are not, they're devoid of logic is a good way for it. Right?
Yeah,
Horror
sure.
movies are devoid of logic, right?
Yeah.
But for fuck's sake, who wakes up, sees that place like that, and then goes, oh, you know what? It's okay. I'll come back to it. No. Be out. Never come back. Make it simple.
Oh my god.
Like, I just wouldn't, like, no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
And then she goes downstairs and she opens the door and then she sees like there's a tunnel. And I was like, you're going to go in the tunnel? You're going to go in the tunnel?
Yeah.
Call the cops, lady.
There's way more implausibilities in this movie than in Glass Onion. I'll say that.
Yes. Yes.
More implausible.
But again, it's one of those movies that people said it was this amazing film, and I
No.
just don't think it was.
No, it could have been.
Yeah.
The first like 20 minutes or so were really good.
Yeah.
I think, but then
Yeah,
it
yeah.
kind of favors obviously the twist and everything
Best-
that house afterwards.
Much better horror movie this year, in my opinion, that came out around the same time was Smile.
I never watched it.
Very good.
Yeah?
Until the end.
Oh,
It had a really good message about like depression and how it's
Oh.
pretty much it's so hard to escape.
yeah.
And then spoilers, she kind of beats it and then it turns out, oh no, she doesn't beat it. So it's like it's almost like depression. You can't beat depression. So like it
One of those
defeats the
endings?
purpose. Yeah, it's like one of those things that's like, did it mean to be that fucking grim? Maybe it did.
I mean, probably.
Yeah. So hey,
Yeah. It's one of those things. Yeah. You know, you have a horror movie that's like has to pull the rug under you just one
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
Just like, was it?
yeah,
Was it good? Maybe not. I'll have to catch it. Yeah,
Yeah.
worth it? Worth a watch though?
I think Smile's worth watching.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Pretty good.
Try to get Barbarian out of our mouths
Yeah.
a little bit. Okay, that's a good one. I like
Kevin
it.
Bacon's daughter stars in it.
Oh, really?
I think that's her. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. Leslie Bacon. That's not her name.
Leslie Sausage? That's a horrible joke.
That is a horrible name.
That's a terrible joke. I'm sorry. Let's move on to another overrated film of mine, Prey.
Also on my list.
Jesus Christ, was that movie so... It's still overrated. Everyone says that it should be nominated and all this shit. I'm like,
Why do people like that movie? Why
don't know.
I don't understand why, like,
I don't know why people like that movie so much. There's definitely elements where I'm like, okay, that's definitely in terms of the Predator franchise, definitely does the best out of since the first one.
yeah, like
For sure.
We are not saying it's not the best Predator since the first one.
No,
because
we're not
I
saying
think
that.
we agree. It probably is the best Predator since the first one.
Probably is. Yeah.
But
I
to,
think so.
to the hype that movie has gotten, I just don't get
Yeah.
it.
No, it's way overrated.
I don't understand it. It seems dumb to me how hyped it is. Like it's fine, but it's like I don't know.
It's fine. Like I think the biggest problem for me with that movie was its first 45 to 50 minutes.
When
I think
nothing
was
happened?
basically nothing happens. I'm so sick of it. Like I could not believe people
Yeah.
could get through that, to be honest, because most of it is just, what's her name? I forget her name, but whatever the main protagonist, that girl, it's just 40 minutes of us having to remind us of like why she's cool and what she does and everything.
Yeah.
I just was so done with that so fast. And it's like,
she's a hunter. Blah, blah,
if we
blah.
just got to the Predator stuff quicker,
Yeah.
I think it would have made for a much tighter and better movie. because I do like most of what happens near the end. But even then, I still don't think it like does a great job with its story in any particular way. The Predator itself, I think, is the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
And the action scenes.
That scene, that no man's land scene, is great.
The freaking shield, the God of War shield.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That was cool. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Dude.
Loved it.
Yeah.
So cool.
I agree. The
way
Predator
overrated.
stuff was really cool. The girl, I felt like they put that in there to show her proving herself.
Well, yeah.
But like,
I got that after
We-
like the first or second.
we
one.
get it. Like, you get it. Like when she goes on the hunt and she like fails. Clearly, she knows what she's doing. Everybody fails on a hunt.
Yeah.
So, I really just think this movie would have been so much better if it was a brother and sister story. Because when the brother
I love the
and
brother.
sister,
Yeah.
when they're fighting him together,
So cool.
like working together in tandem, that really, really worked.
I agree with that.
And I was like, this is exciting action that could be in more of the movie. Like, if it was just like framed around the sister saying, I saw this,
Yeah.
we have to go hunt it down. It's a threat to our people. And the brother said,
Let's go.
I'll come with you.
Yeah. I agree with
I
you.
think that would have been better.
I 100% agree
Yeah.
with you. 100%.
But that's not modern Hollywood.
Yeah. And again, it's overrated. I didn't hate the
Overrated.
movie. It's not a bad movie by any means. Still really well made.
It's your glass onion.
But it's my glass. It's my glass onion. Yeah. So that's my overrated. Do you have another one?
I do not have another overrated. I
Okay.
just had 3.
I have one just really quickly because I don't know. I don't think you've seen it. I think you saw my list, but I just want to mention it because a lot of people did sort of what we're looking forward to this movie, and that would be Amsterdam. I actually took the time to watch this movie. It's if we had a bad list, I would have
would
put
be-
it on the bad. But it's Amsterdam. It's like
I heard
just
it was
not
terrible.
good. No, it's surprisingly not
That's
good.
David O. Russell.
It's David O. freaking Russell. By the way, he's not one of my favorite directors by any means. I like a lot of his movies. None of his movies are like in the top of my whatever.
What was the last movie he did?
It's not American Hustle. I forgot.
Yeah.
I can't name it because I don't really care for him too much. But
Yeah.
I wanted to see it to see what all the fuss was about. And yeah, it's just not a good movie. This is a movie that you would expect to see on the best of this year and also on the Oscars. Not going to happen. It's just really terrible. It has a stacked ass cast, man.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, Washington, John David Washington, and a buttload more. Just like it's stacked, and there's some great filmmaking, but overall the story
Ass.
it's just really bad.
Ass.
And execution was just like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
It's too long. Everything. So I had that on my disappointments and just overrated. Hopefully you didn't like it.
Yeah.
Because it's just not a good movie.
You want to talk about your last one? I don't know how many people saw it.
I'll bring it up. I don't think anyone saw it. That's the only reason I don't want to talk about it. But at the same time, sure, if you're an Alex Garland fan, who I think has made some of the best sci-fi in the last decade for sure, which would be Annihilation, Ex Machina. A lot of people didn't see this either, but Devs. I don't know.
On
Did you watch
Hulu.
Devs?
No, you told me.
Devs
about it. I
is
never saw it.
awesome. Devs is so good. So he's made some of my favorite sci-fi in the last decade. And Men, I was excited for. Came out this year. And it's just not good. It's just not good, man. And it's probably why you never heard about it, because it just didn't. The trailer was really great. It's about a woman who goes to the countryside after her husband's apparent suicide, and she has to deal with it. And she goes to the secluded area, as you think, and weird shit starts to happen where she sees the same man over and over again, who seems to be taking on
different forms
of other people in the land. And it looked really good, and it's just not good. It's not good.
You saw it in a theater?
No, I saw it here, and I'm glad.
Oh, yeah,
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Because it's rough. I expected a lot more from Alex Garland, especially if you're a fan of his. It's a lot less. It's so focused, honestly, in my opinion. And I don't mean to get political, but I will, because I think it is that it's like his feminist safety movie. It's like the movie he made to make sure, like, hey, don't come after me. Look at this movie I made. This shows you.
Terrible
It's
men
called
are.
Men.
Yeah.
And maybe I thought I was hoping that meant something more philosophical or sci-fi.
But
No, it's kind of exactly what you expect it to be about.
hilarious.
So I didn't like that at all. And so, that was disappointing.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my disappointment list. Should we move on to underrated?
Yeah, underrated surprises.
Underrated and surprises. All right.
I'll start.
Go for it.
Scream the rebooted Scream. Saw it. It came out in January. It was out on Paramount Plus like 3 weeks later, I think. It was fantastic. It was exactly what it reminded me of the original Scream. It was funny. It was what you wanted in these movies. These movies are super meta. They make fun of other horror movies, and that's why they work. And yeah, I loved everything about it. And it was, I think it's so popular, they greenlit a sequel immediately, Scream 6, and they're finally leaving the town, and they're going to be in New York City. They released the teaser for it. I thought the teaser looked great. Brand new characters, legacy characters came back. Maybe some legacy characters didn't make it through. It was fun, and like that's what I want out of a Scream movie.
Really? Wow.
I don't want to be like scared my pants off. I don't think if a Scream movie's ever actually scared me.
Yeah, I've watched the first one, just to be clear.
Yeah.
I just haven't watched anything after it.
Yeah, it was definitely. I don't know. Maybe it's not underrated for the horror community out there, but it was very, very good.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
I've heard only good things about that sequel, and the fact they fast tracked the sixth one. I didn't even know that was coming out soon. It's coming out very soon,
like 2 months,
and that was like less than a year of production.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa, that's really fast. So
dude, horror movies can make a lot of money, and they don't cost a lot of money.
They don't. Yeah. So that's great.
Yeah,
I think that's a good one. Yeah, I've heard only good things about that.
Right,
so that's
give me
good.
one.
I'm gonna have to.
You
catch
give me
up
one that's very similar.
Yes. So I have an underrated horror film this year as well, and that would be Halloween Ends. I know you ultimately didn't like it, but I swear to God, deep down inside you, I think liked most of the movie, but that ending just left such a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah,
that you can't help but say, "Well, I didn't like that at all."
You can talk about it, and then I'll complain about it.
But I it was a surprise for me. I don't care too much about the Halloween franchise at all. I even think the first one is. I don't know if that ages as well as
it doesn't
to
age
me
all that well.
than others.
Yeah, I would say I don't think it ages that well.
So, but overall, I didn't hate Halloween 2018, this new trilogy by David Gordon Green.
Yeah.
Yes. And I hated the second one, Halloween Kills. Thought that was atrocious. So I wasn't excited for this. I didn't know what to expect, and I was expecting more of Halloween Kills, to be honest with you. But what we got, to my surprise, was something completely different from both the 2018 first one and Kills.
Yeah.
And I thought it brought it back to a really, not only, it didn't bring it back to form, it was something completely different. And again, I'm not going to spoil too much if you haven't seen it, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who didn't see it. But I thought it did a great job with telling this really different story than I think anyone expected. It might be disappointing to some because, sure, it strays away from what we all expected, which was Laurie Strode and versus Michael. Yeah, I get it. But what we got in replacement, I thought, was better, even more interesting than I think what a story centered on just Laurie Strode and Michael would have been.
Right.
So I really thought I was really, really into it the whole time. And I liked it all the way, even until the end, which I will admit, fell into a hole of like, well, what the hell? That was predictable and what the fuck. But at the same time, I give it a pass because I thought it's what I expected to happen, and I didn't think they would not do it without it, although I wish they did. But overall, from that up to that point, I thought it was really good. So that's my surprise.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think, disliked it because of what you just said, that it wasn't what they expected.
Right.
I disliked it because I agree with you. I think you gave, in our review, we go really deep into it, where basically, what's the town called?
Haddonfield.
Haddonfield is a character in this movie. Yeah. And it saw like what this, Michael's gone for like 2/3 of the movie, and it gave like what basically the trauma of Michael can do. It made Michael finally bigger than just a human. Yes. And I thought that was amazing.
Great concept.
Yeah.
Great concept. And they did it.
Well, whoa. Michael is more than just a human being.
Yeah.
Look at what he did to this town.
Right.
And I thought, oh wow, this is all great. And then the last third of the movie completely fucking ruined it for me. Yeah. Because it didn't stick with it. And that's why people, I don't like it for the reason people hate it.
Right.
Like I don't like it for like, it's such a smart idea to do that. Yeah. And then you just I felt
away.
Yeah, I felt like some executive at Universal was like, hey, whoa. Like, where's Michael Myers, guys? We got to throw this in here. And then we're going to put him in the fucking sewer. And
Yeah.
that's, for me, is where I lost it.
I think it's fair. I definitely, I don't blame anybody
Yeah,
who thinks
so-
that. I don't blame anybody.
So
who
yeah,
thinks
like
that.
you think it's underrated, and again, I hated it because for the opposite reason of why everyone hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it because everyone's like, "Oh, respect our characters," but like that same crowd that'll yell at "respect our characters" like this, they're totally fine if they remake a Disney princess into something completely different. Like, you can't have one and not have the other. Yeah, I went there.
That's a good fucking point, bro.
Yeah, they're totally
That's a
fine.
brilliant point.
They're like, "Oh, respect our characters," but
You're right.
go make that Disney princess whatever you want her to be.
Well, see, it just goes to fucking show though. Like when all this stuff, this discourse really depends on who they target, right?
Right.
They don't. Most of these people don't give a shit about horror movies and Hollywood because not the general public doesn't go to not everyone goes to see those.
Right.
But when you're talking about Disney, these big companies where they think like everyone's gonna go watch it, now they have a problem.
Yeah.
Now it's a big fucking issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, Halloween, like who cares? Like, it's not an
respect
issue.
our
It's not an issue here.
Yeah,
Didn't
man.
respect my character. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
Get the
exactly.
fuck out of here, man.
He's wearing a purple mask. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
He's like, come on, like the dude.
That's a good point.
He's wearing a William Shatner mask that's inside out. Like, they finally did something to the character that made him interesting, and like more than just this, like, because he's not Jason, right? Jason's like
No.
this creature from hell or something.
Correct.
I don't know. That's unkillable.
Yes.
He's supposedly just a man, and
Yeah.
then you finally made him more than that.
I love it.
Like the trauma he occurred in this town to
Yeah.
everyone was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like terrifying.
I get
And
it. I think one of the most ballsy and best things I wish they had done was just maybe not even show him for real. Like maybe he just disappeared, right? And like
Yeah.
again, like his legacy is what it did to the town and and like he's a poison now.
couldn't agree more.
I think that would have been
I
really cool.
Literally would have loved the final shot of the movie to just be Michael Myers mask in like a shadow,
Yes.
stepping back,
Yeah.
and this town in just chaos.
Yeah.
Like, that's what-
Exactly. How
how-
badass is that?
Yeah, like that would be like,
Be like, yep, I did my job.
yeah, look what he did.
And I didn't even have to do any like
Yeah.
I didn't have to be in the movie.
Yeah,
How awesome would that have been?
because it would show the trauma that like human nature can be, like what it can do to humans.
Absolutely.
Like- That would have been so good. And then,
Bro, we
but of
should've wrote
course,
the end of that movie,
I know,
man.
but of course they didn't do that,
Yeah.
and we got what we got,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Oh God, I
So-
love just thinking about that ending now.
That
It
would've
makes me
been
like spin my
spectacular.
pants.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't like it.
I get it. But I give it points for it because I did really like
Yeah.
the first part. So, all right, that was one of my underrated surprise. Do you have another one?
I do. I don't think maybe you've seen this one.
What?
Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Whoa. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja. I'll get it out.
Okay, you got it.
Rise
I
of
got
the
it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. So it is a Netflix movie based on I guess it's a Nickelodeon TV show. It is a 2D animation Netflix movie. We lost our background again. Don't worry about that. It'll get back. It is a spectacular, beautifully animated
Really?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. And in
Wow.
a year where we're going to get another new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie this year.
On
In
Netflix?
2023. No, in theaters.
The live action?
I don't know if it's going to be live action. Is it going to be live action?
No, I don't know. No, this is all news to me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're talking
so
about.
this 2023, we're getting a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
What?
I don't know if it'll be live action or animated. I should probably look that up before we talk about that.
I don't know it.
But hey, here's the great part. This movie, if you need something to hold you over till then, this movie is an animated movie. You don't need to really watch the show. It's, as long as you know the characters,
More or less, yeah.
you're good. This movie is fantastic.
Really?
And it's
Wow.
beautifully animated. It's 2D animation. It reminded me of like Spider-Verse animation in a way.
No
like how
shit.
beautiful it was, 4K. I would highly recommend it. It's got a fun story. It's an hour and 22 minutes.
Ooh, I like that.
Quick watch,
Like that.
easy watch. It's really fun. It's great.
Good
I
pull.
really liked it.
Okay, I played. My year has not been devoid actually of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Shredder's Revenge.
I played Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
Great fucking game.
Well,
man.
fantastic. game.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
old,
I got
old school
a little
arcade game.
Oh, it's so good, dude.
Yeah.
It's so good. If you haven't played that game, speaking about games,
Yeah, I feel
Shredder's
like,
Revenge. Awesome.
I feel like that movie just came out on Netflix. Nobody knew what it
Dude,
was.
I didn't even know that was a thing. So
Yeah.
you just said it. I had
Yeah.
no clue. Fuck, that was so good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I really enjoyed that movie.
I had another one to watch.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What else you got?
I got one more.
Okay.
And that's Black Adam, which we talked
Underrated.
about. Yeah, definitely underrated.
Yes.
Because I liked it. It's not a good movie.
No.
But it's a
No.
good bad movie.
It is a good bad movie.
And I have a good time watching it. I've watched it twice.
I've watched it twice.
Yeah,
as
did
well.
you?
Yeah, I watched it.
Right on. Okay,
It's
yeah.
great.
I still have a good time watching it, man. And it's not Black Adam.
No.
It's Hawkman and fucking
Yeah, it's
Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate.
Who are
Those
so
two
cool.
Those characters are so sick. It's
Dude, they're so
insane.
cool.
Yeah,
I
I would.
think
Yeah.
This is where I think the DC had their biggest up, at least for like fans like us. Like, I can't even say that I loved any MCU character this year as much as I liked those two.
Yeah.
They probably are my favorite heroes of this year. So cool. Never gonna happen again.
Oh
Fuck.
man, yeah.
But
That
maybe
is-
I don't know. Hopefully,
I
we'll see
mean,
what
James
happens.
Gunn, you don't know.
Dude, oh my god.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan,
Hawkman,
Pierce
and
Brosnan,
Aldous Hodge.
and Aldous Hodge are so good.
Pierce Brosnan and Aldous Hodge. Yeah.
They're perfect casting.
I would, thinking about that, you
Loved
were
it.
right. They were the two best superhero
Yeah.
characters this year,
Yeah.
and it's not even close.
No, I don't even think it's even close.
Yeah.
I don't think it's close.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah. And I
even-
would agree. Black Adam, not a great movie. Actually, a bad movie.
Yeah, it's a bad movie.
But it's fun and it knows what it is. and
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
It's
like-
complete entertainment for me.
Yeah.
I love watching it.
I would probably watch that over any Marvel movie this year. Just
Yeah.
mostly just because Wakanda Forever is a rough watch.
Sure.
The beginning of it's like,
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's about grief.
yeah,
So
it's, about
not
creepy.
meant to
Yeah,
be fun.
It's not meant to be. It's
No.
not a fun ride.
This is a fun superhero movie
Yeah.
for sure. The best
we
of the year,
don't get
probably.
anymore.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with
I
that. So
completely agree.
that was a
Yeah.
great surprise. For me this year
Yeah.
was that I'd actually cared because I was going into it going like, oh, here we go, another fucking DCU movie, just a fucking another one.
Just another one.
God damn it! But
yeah,
it's good.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I got one more.
yeah. One more.
One last one.
I like it. Go.
Bullet Train.
Yeah, I like Bullet Train.
I don't know. I feel like people haven't. I've told so many, maybe 5 or 6 different people. I said you got to watch Bullet Train. It's on Netflix now.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
Watch it. Yeah,
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
yeah, it's on Netflix
Oh, I
now.
bought it. Fuck. Okay.
I've watched it like 3 times since coming on Netflix.
So yeah, it's great.
I enjoy it every time. It's a fun ride. Aaron Taylor Johnson, make him Bond.
Oh, he might be.
Do it. Do it.
I was talking to people about that this week.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah,
Yeah. Why not?
fucking why not, Aaron Taylor
Yeah.
Johnson? I was like, he's a great actor, man.
Yeah. That
He's an underrated actor. Talk about
him
underrated.
and Brian Tyree
Henry.
Brian Tyree Henry, fantastic in it.
Tangerine
Brad Pitt.
Lemonade. Whatever.
Brad Pitt's funny in it. Everybody is great,
Great
in that
casting,
movie.
great
It's just
casting.
really fun. And it's just like, it's movies that we don't get anymore. And it's a popcorn movie.
Yeah.
Like everything, like, I don't know what's going to be great in 2023, but I know that like already Disney's like, oh, hey, our Little Mermaid's going to have a fun modern woman take, which by the way, even Emily Blunt came out and said nobody wants to play that character anymore. So, hey, do something about it.
Emily Blunt came out and said that.
Yeah.
So random.
Yeah. She's like, the modern strong female is boring. And it's
She said that.
poorly written and nobody wants to play her anymore.
I know we're both married, Emily, but
Yeah.
if you ever get into a tight bind,
Yeah, because she'd leave John Krasinski for
I
us.
love you.
Yeah, right.
I know, true.
But yes, so like this movie's just a fun popcorn movie. There's no agendas. There's no anything. It's just, hey, here's a set of quirky, crazy characters in a totally unbelievable story. Just go have fun.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. Like violence ensues, comedy ensues. It's everything you want in a summer movie. And I really, really, really enjoyed it.
I couldn't agree with you more. And the fact that the reason I don't have it on this list specifically is because I probably put it in my like
Best
best
of.
of
Yeah.
bottom part of my list. Bullet Train was great.
Yeah.
And in my review though, I was scared because I told you I didn't love the first like 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, it took a while for you to get into it.
It was
yeah.
getting me. Yeah, I was kind of scared because it wasn't really pulling me in. And then the movie kind of shifts a little bit for me. It becomes less about who's the director? David Leitch.
Yeah.
David Leitch. I feel like he was trying to just kind of mimicking, Guy Ritchie's style, and I was like wondering, like, well, but where's your take, my friend? And it switches like by like that point after 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm seeing it, and from that point on, all the way up to fucking Michael Shannon as I forget his name, White Death, Black Death, what is it? White Death.
Yeah.
Such a great character, and then from that point on to the end, I was like, I want a sequel. Now I want a sequel. I want this to be a franchise. I'd watch
Yeah.
the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I loved it too.
I agree. It was fantastic.
It's and that's now when I rewatched it, I don't care. I don't. What bothered me before didn't bother me as much,
Right.
Because I knew where it was going.
Right.
So that was
Yeah.
that was nice.
I liked
agree
it.
with you. Bullet
Yeah,
Train's
yeah.
great.
Bullet Train.
Yeah,
Bullet Train.
absolutely.
Maybe I would throw the Gray Man in there as well.
I was thinking about the Gray Man.
Yeah.
I look back at that movie and I said, I mean, I do like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's still not like an amazing movie though.
Oh,
I don't feel. I never find myself wanting to rewatch it, but considering I thought it was going to be absolute ass,
That's a good point. I don't
It's
think
good.
I found myself. Yeah,
it's
we're gonna have
good.
to rewatch. It is good.
It's definitely good, and I was entertained watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
But-
I have one that I loved.
Oh, what?
actually, that's underrated.
Go for it.
It was so stupid. Day Shift. Day Shift.
Oh, you
was-
love Day Shift.
I did.
I didn't hate Day Shift.
I thought it's just so stupid and fun and like ridiculous. I just like, you know what? I'm cool with this movie. I'll rewatch it from time to time. Why not?
It knows what it is. It does what it does.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. It's also, but not something I don't think I'd care to watch again necessarily. I also, the one thing about that movie, it's gonna sound really mean, but I don't mean it to be mean. But I don't care too much for Franco.
Yeah. He's the same character.
He
in
plays
everything.
Franco in every
Yeah.
goddamn movie, and I don't hate him for it.
That's fair.
But when he's there to play Franco, I just say I don't give it an up. It's not like a thing. It's not a pull for me that Dave Franco's in a movie. It's just not, and I like him. But and he's just there, and
Dave
he's
Franco
kind of
doesn't-
annoying.
He doesn't do it for you?
No, he doesn't do it for me.
That's fair.
And so, but I didn't hate that movie. It knows what it was, and it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Okay.
That's it. So
Well, that's it. That's all I got.
that's all you got.
That's it.
That's it for me, man. That's our 2022 wrap up.
Best of, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little about 2023? Do we have some time?
You want to jump into it now?
Maybe not. Maybe we do another one another time. I think we could spend. You're right. I think we could spend a lot of time talking
Yeah,
about.
I
those
mean,
movies.
like-
it's a stacked year, dude.
Dude, I saved a
It's
graphic
stacked.
that like
Dude, I
is
could pull you up my freaking after show schedule alone. I'm like, I'm good for the year. I have everything. I actually have it open. Like half of up until basically Oppenheimer, it's set. That's like half the year, and I still looked ahead, and I was like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
There's still more to come, and we're done. I'm good. I'm good for the year.
It's crazy.
Okay,
yeah.
you're right. There's so
Here.
many good movies coming out. Let's save it for the next episode.
Yeah,
we've already gone 120,
Yeah, I mean,
and we'll let you guys go. for
Quantum
this one.
Mania, Creed 3,
Yep.
Scream 6,
Yep.
Shazam, Fury of the Gods, John Wick, Dungeons and Dragons, Evil Dead Rise looks amazing.
That does look really good. It does look really
Super
good.
Mario Bros. Movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Fast X, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Transformers, Rise of the Beast, The
You're saying
Flash,
it all. You're saying it all.
Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny, Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
The Barbie movie, which people are probably going to love.
I'm very excited for that.
Oppenheimer. The Marvels. Ugh. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I didn't know.
Mutant Mayhem. Blue Beetle. Craven.
Blue Beetle.
Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 2. I
You know,
love Dune Part 1, man.
Aquaman 2.
It's a fucking stacked ass year.
And that's
bro.
just like the big popcorn movies.
Yeah, those
There's
are
still
just
a
those are
bunch we
just the
haven't
big
talked
popcorn
about.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Oh, the 65 with Adam Driver. The dinosaur movie.
okay.
Let's
I had some thoughts about that trailer, but sure, why the fuck not? It gave me like Adam Project vibes.
Yeah.
Which I liked.
Yeah. Actually,
But,
yeah.
we'll see.
Adam Project vibes.
I don't
yeah.
know. We'll see. That'll
Yeah.
kind of the poster looks so dumb, but
It does. I would put.
I like Adam Driver though. He picks good projects.
He does. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if it's
And he's
any decently good or not. We don't know.
We'll see. That one's up in the air for me.
Yeah.
but I like me a good Adam Driver movie,
Yeah.
so we'll see. The 65. I totally forgot about it. All right, guys. So we'll catch our next episode, 2023,
Next week.
probably next week.
Yeah,
All right.
probably. More than
Thanks for
likely.
joining us for the first time here
together.
together
Forever.
with us. No matter how long.
Oh
Do you know that
God,
song?
I don't.
You don't know that song?
Together
Until
forever.
the end of time.
No,
You don't know?
No, I don't know. That
Were
song.
you not a Pokemon fan? You weren't like a huge Pokemon fan, weren't
no.
you? Okay, for those who know that song,
Not that big
if
of a
you know,
nerd.
you know. If you know, you know.
Just kidding. I'm that big of a nerd. but just didn't know. Just don't know the song. Anyway,
Whatever.
thank you guys.
Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Bye.